So welcome back guys to We Talk Boxing, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Frazer Clarke and his potential thoughts on his next opponent and a potential title shot. So if you haven't already done it, please subscribe to my channel. Let's help grow this channel even further. If you already have subscribed, thank you. So Frazer Clarke has recently done a few interviews, pretty much ahead of this big fight week for boxing in terms of Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, and the big announcement as well between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. So Clarke has come out and said that potentially Jeamie TKV are due to meet in the ring soon. Okay, he hasn't given a date, which is a weird thing because in the actual article there's a potential rumored date, and that is the 25th of October in Birmingham. So that means that potentially, if that is to go ahead, that will be the same night as what Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley are set to be fighting each other as well. So interesting things there in the development, but this fight, I should say, should be for the British title. Now, I'm assuming that the British title is vacant, so both men are hopefully going to be fighting for that title and the winner takes all sort of thing. But considering the injury that he sustained 2 fights back, when he fought Fabio Wardley, got knocked out, broke his jaw in the first round. And then he had that easy one-rounder fight against Ebenezer Tete, in April this year. This is a little bit more of a sturdier test in terms of taking on someone potentially like Jeamie TKV. Jeamie TKV lost his last bout out against David Adelaide as well, where he got knocked out. Some would probably say controversially, but he ultimately lost, and David Adelaide became the British champion. And then obviously after that, David Adelaide lost to Filip Hrgovic in a bit more of a sterner test. But we're talking about Fabio Wardley and obviously Joseph Parker, and hopefully Frazer Clarke and maybe Jeamie TKV all fighting on the same night, which is a bit of a weird one. So I believe that date may not go ahead because two big fights on the same night. I'm not sure. It'd be good if it does, but let's wait and see what happens. But it's good to see Frazer back in the ring. 2 fights this year, which is quite good, which means that as a boxer, as a heavyweight, he's been active, and hopefully next year he can maybe look to try and get another 2, maybe 3 fights, depending on how his fights go. But he's looking to try and rebuild himself and put himself up in the rankings. Now, currently, he's nowhere to be seen in the top 15. But again, according to BoxRec, he's the 12th best British boxer, heavyweight boxer that is currently to date, and number 39 in the world. But again, BoxRec's rankings are all over the place, so you can't really take that with much. But Jeamie TKV, from what I've seen of him against David Adelaide, is decent. He's got something, but realistically, if Frazer Clarke is looking to establish himself as a very good heavyweight, maybe even a fringe world level heavyweight, he has to be getting past Jeamie TKV, because Jeamie TKV realistically is, from what I've seen, is limited. He's got a good jab. And that's mainly it, really. I didn't really see a lot in that David Adelaide fight. His jab was the best thing, and he pretty much was winning the fight on the jab until he got knocked out. But yeah, for me, TKV needs to do a little bit more, because he's coming up against the boxer with far superior skills, knowledge, movement and power as well in Frazer Clarke. So yeah, should be a good fight, and it's for the British title, and it'd be good for Frazer, because if Frazer is successful and he does win the belt, then obviously this is his first big belt, isn't it? Something that is won as a heavyweight, you know what I mean? Because he's been an amateur and he's got a good, extensive, good pedigree amateur record as well. So his first proper title would be obviously the British title. So let's wait and see what happens there. But he also mentions in the interview as well that he had the opportunity to leave Ben Shalom. Obviously, Ben Shalom have now moved over to BBC after they split with Sky Sports. But he pretty much states in the article that Boxer have been good to him in terms of his career. They've looked after him, and hopefully he believes that being with the BBC and Boxer, there's some big things to come. So let's wait and see what happens there. But if the rumours are to be true, then he may get his first British heavyweight title clash against Jeamie TKV on the 25th of October in Birmingham. And this will be the BBC's first big boxing show that I know of anyway. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you believe in terms of this fight, if it does go ahead, between Frazer Clarke and Jeamie TKV? Do you believe it's a good competitive fight? Do you believe Frazer Clarke should beat him quite comprehensively? Because that's what I believe in terms of skill for skill. And he's got power as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And as always, please subscribe and comment. Bless.